What? Score? An unattended frosty glass of milk? Drinking it!
Batman, no! Don't drink that milk! Hey everyone, Shawn Douglas here with Who Needs Puppets. You can't! You're a puppet!
Well, how'd I drink all the milk in the Christmas special?
Oh, great question. I'll show you. Let's take a look. For this video, I'd like to strip away the green screen chroma key, so you'll just actually see the green screen we shoot in front of. This will just eliminate one video effect we do use so that we can drop in whatever backdrop we want. We always film in front of this green screen. But for this video, I'll let you just see the green screen so you can tell what in-camera effects we're doing a little bit more clearly. And we'll even pull out for some wider shots so you can see the whole frame to our green screen. To make it look like Batman and Alfred were handing back and forth glasses of milk, we attached an empty glass to Batman's hand.
Yeah, it's empty. I'm thirsty. Fill it up, barkeep.
All right. How about with some of this polyester stuffing here? Right in there. Huh? How's that?
Looks delicious. Kind of dry.
So then when Batman had a full glass, it was stuffing. And whenever Alfred was holding the glass, it had real milk in it, as you can see.
Are you wearing a glove?
That's my Alfred costume. Cheers.
It's easy to see the effect if we freeze the frame. Here Alfred's holding the glass of milk, and now we see the cup of polyfill attached to Batman's hand. In with the milk, out with the stuffing. And as we speed it up, the small jump in frame becomes harder to see, and it looks like a clean handoff. We then do the same thing with the empty glass, here attached to Batman's hand, and now with Alfred holding an empty glass to pull away. As we speed it up, that small jump becomes harder to see, and again it looks like a clean handoff.
One of my favorite gags in the Christmas special is Batman's milk guzzler hat. This is actually the idea of Dan Luce, my longtime puppetry partner and one of our creative consultants. When we were talking about all the ways Batman was going to drink milk, he had this idea, which was just, I thought, hilarious. So we put it in, of course. The Batman glasses I may have already had around. It turns out I'm a bit of a Batman fan.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm a pretty big fan of yours too, buddy.
Aw, thanks, Bats. And in this case, we used a little bit of white fleece to portray our milk in them, so we didn't have a liquid that could spill on Batman. And then just some plastic tubing to look like giant straws that I ran down to his mouth. We'll see this tubing again in a second when we talk about how Batman drank milk from a straw. Fascinating. To have Batman drink milk from a jug, I carved a piece of Y20 foam. This is a high-density closed cell foam. It may look like styrofoam on camera, but it's softer and not brittle. But it is much harder and holds its shape better than the couch cushion type of foam we use to build some of the puppet heads. So I carved a bit of it into the shape of pouring milk. The key for this trick is that it, of course, looks like it's pouring milk when it's at the right angle, as milk would be pouring. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks real. But then, of course, as soon as you pull it back, you can tell it's a static piece. So the key with this was we had Batman start out of frame. He enters in, drinking it. Drops it out, says a line, and he's gone. And we all think he was chugging milk from a jug. That's how we achieved that trick. Hey, you gotta share. I'm thirsty.
Our quote-unquote milk for the milk toss is a round piece of white fleece with a string ran through it and tied to a piece of paper used as sort of a washer. And then we've got a plastic piece of stemware with a hole drilled right in the middle. We're going to run that string through the middle of the stemware, and when we pull the string, it'll pull the milk, I'm using the term loosely, right into the cup. The trick for this illusion is we're going to run the video in reverse. So the milk will start in Batman's mouth and we'll pull it into the cup in real time. And then when we play that video backwards, it'll jump out of the cup into Batman's mouth. Here you see it ran through the cup and tied to my foot. If you were lucky enough to have a second puppeteer with you, maybe they could pull the string. I wasn't so lucky in this case, so it's tied to my foot. Here you can see I'm hiding the fleece in Batman's mouth. Again, to run the video backwards, we'll start with the fleece in Batman's mouth, and it'll jump into the cup. And then when we run it backwards, it'll end up in his mouth. We'll line up the shot in the video monitor you can see to the side there, and then a quick tug of the foot, and the milk jumps into the cup. When we run that in reverse, you'll see the milk jumps out of the cup and into Batman's mouth. This is a good time to point out the importance of the video monitor we use. We use it for all our shots to control puppet eye focus and positioning, but it's really critical, if not absolutely necessary, for a trick shot like this to line everything up. Batman drinking milk from a straw is similar to the milk toss in that it's more about a trick prop than it is a trick puppet. As you can see, we've got a tube ran down to a bucket attached to a stand guiding that tube. That tube is then ran through a round piece of pine. I drilled the hole just about the thickness of the tube so it's a little tight through there. Then through our tablecloth and then into that plastic stemware with the hole in it. The tubing is just a tiny bit thicker than the hole in the stemware, so it fits in there very snugly, so the milk just fits right in there. We've got a drill bit as our plug, and when we pop our drill bit plug, you can see the milk flows and the cup empties. So to set this shot, we poured a tall, cool glass of milk, prepared our bat, got our shot ready, popped our drill bit plug. Now I can control it with my finger, and when Batman's mouth is on it, I release the milk. You see it drain. Plug it to take him off of it. Put him back on. He takes a sip, back off. And if we had slurp sounds, it becomes quite realistic. There is a larger illusion at play here that threads all of these illusions together, and that's that this fabric puppet would have anything to do with or even be drinking milk. We showed you liquid enough times that by the time we showed you prop or fake milk, your brain completed the puzzle and said, that's milk. It's been milk. It's still milk. When your brain stops questioning what it's looking at and just believes it, well, that's when puppetry becomes truly magical. And that's what puppetry inherently does. And that's what makes us all so drawn to it.
Thank you all so much for watching. I think that's all the tricks we have to show you for today. I'm Shawn Douglas with Who Needs Puppets. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, look down below for links to our Facebook page and our Instagram. Thank you so much again. We'll see you later.
Well, that was a good one.
Uh-oh.
I've got some follow-up questions. First question, why wasn't I in it? Second question, who's going to answer all the angry fan mail from fans asking, why wasn't I in it? Third question, why wasn't I in it? Fourth question, who is responsible for me not being in it? Fifth question, why was he in it and not me? Ah! Batman, look, a real glass of milk.
Yeah, nobody's around. This is our chance to try real milk.
Okay, here we go. Oh no, it's all over my cape.
Mine too.
Oh, you guys.